Hello and welcome. Today we have lots and lots and lots of stuff to do, and I need your help as always. So quite a lot of changes since last Thursday. So good evening to you all. Hopefully you're all well. Everybody that's new to the channel, thank you very much indeed. So the process of this video, ignore the bomb site that is behind us. We are not doing that this evening. What we have done, if you have actually spotted it already, is we've moved the police station just to here. So it's all going to be city related. So when a couple of people turn up, I will spin the camera around, and then we'll attack the Marvel display. Got to have a go within the city if we're going to keep these tiles and everything the same. And then we've got the farm and everything to have a look at as well. So I'll spin the camera around in a sec. We'll get over there and have a look see. But as we go, guys, or if you want back, then obviously please do let us know in the comments below your thoughts across basically with everything that's occurring and going on. We've done quite a bit. There is a new sort of parking police compound that has been added as well. It's just down over there. But like I said, I'll wait, give it a couple of minutes. I always go live early to make sure that YouTube and everything works properly. And then we'll basically just attack it with some really good ideas last week. But I think everything got a little bit too hot, so I had to end the live stream a little bit early last week. But that being said, the farm is in, which looks great. This, which I think looks okay where it is. And I have Saturday Ave, if you are watching this back, relocated some of the spring lantern scent as well, so we'll have a look at that in a second. The first thing that we want to have a look at and do though is do these stay the same color, and if they do, then I can finish this one off in the same color as the police station. But I will bring you over there first. We can have a look. We can add all the figures, because I've put some figures there, put some on the bench for the beekeeper and all that sort of stuff. We've got a little bit on the roof that we're going to do, and I will add some hidden gems dotted around as well. And I know what a lot of you are looking forward to is I have removed the Punisher display with Daredevil and Blade and starting to make that nice and gruesome. Mr. Lego King, how are we, sir? Everything okay? So Mr. King, as you're in first, this piece here, does this stay the same color, or do we move it about? Right, we've got a couple of people coming in now. So good evening to everybody that is in the background. Right, I'm going to move you from where you are to where you can see all the differences. I have done quite a few changes, only because where the stuff was, I couldn't reach it with the camera and laptop set up here. So don't shout at me, don't hate me too much. Let me unplug you. You are actually on top of 3 pab cups. Stupid as it sounds, I know. So if I spin you around, take you off that and put you there. So that's the first big change. So what we have done is we've got the police station, everything down there, and we've added in the park on that side. So you can see the spring lantern is down in there, moved all of that. Now coming around, as we come and see the changes, Ghostbuster Firehouse stays the same, but you'll notice the Ferrari. Now the Ferrari, I put some of the Speed Champion sets there. Now those sets look okay. And what we're going to do is make a police compound all in that area. So that should be good fun. And then coming around to here, can you spot one of the biggest things that I've re-added back in? Yes, I have finally added in this Mahusive fan, because I thought it was absolutely perfect for adding in all of these displays. So you can find the little Easter eggs that are in there. We've got some nice gruesome bits and pieces, which is what was Mr. J Toy Collections UK made up for us on this thing just here. So over the process of this evening's live, I will have to take apart a lot of this and see if we can reutilize it into any of this. But as we go, let us know. Let us know basically, are you happy with that? Does that look all right? Does that fan, because it is huge, does that look okay there with it all as is? We have got, what else have we got to try and do? So that Saturday Ave is Saturday Ave's diorama. So he is the sig fig that got sent down from Canada for me. And you have the orange spaceman, which was very kindly donated by J Toy Collections UK as a Christmas present. They are taking the photos for that. The grey thing behind it is already space made for the Doctor Strange Sanctum, so that is splendid. Now if you have a look at what else has been done and added in, we have put a zombie cap now in the graveyard, so that is something slightly different that's been added in there. The spider scenes are basically the same. We've got another little scene up at the top, and I've added in the trucks outside the front of the bank. Now obviously you've got a bank truck outside the front of the bank, and then you've got the actual company that this fan belongs to. It is a Danish company, and that is why I've put that in there, and it works fine. And now in that corner is where we were having a good debate. Hello, Killian. How are we, sir? How's life? So, Killian, that's your blood and guts scene. That's what we need to crack on with. We need to get on with that this evening. We need to figure out if the farm bit up at the top works okay. I need to get all that tiled and get that sorted this evening. You can see Mr. King's sig fig just there as well, which is splendid. Added in a car lot, which is a compound for behind the police station. And the reason, obviously, why I put the police station here, because you've got Soap and Suds, and obviously the Easter egg is the bank heist for Soap and Suds just over there. But first thing first, do we think that that blue and checker looks okay outside the front of the police station? If it does, then what we will do is I will add on here, and then I can just add all the figures and everything onto it, and then we can just crack on. But there's a lot moved because obviously that wasn't there last week. That's been moved back. Those two bits have been in. I put these tiles here, and then what we'll basically do is we'll go around the outside of the city over some of the lives, just relocate one or two bits and pieces, tidy it all up. Obviously, that now is going to be space for January's gone corner modular, because it's the one I don't have. And you can see I put the fishing store in the corner. I've got a plan of attack with regards to that now. That is very much longer. But yes, we have this that I'm thinking of doing some blood and guts with, because I know you guys really, really like that. But what I need from everybody is something to go here as a display, and something to go in front of the trucks as a display as well. That's basically what needs to be done. Now, like I said, I'm actually stacking you on pab cups. So what I'm able to do currently is actually move you around okay. When I put you here facing me, now cups. So Killian, good evening to you. Mr. Lego King, good evening to you. Everybody else that is lurking in the background, welcome, hello. Hopefully everything is good and you are all right. But if you are watching this back on a replay, let us know, because what I am thinking of doing, if this makes sense, is filming the progress of what I do in here over a 7-day or a 14-day piece, and then uploading that on a Tuesday night. And then we come up with a load of ideas and do a load of tiling on the Thursday. So it gives me another video that I can do on the Tuesday. So we basically have 2 city-based videos, and then the other 5 will all be theme park related. And of course, if you have any questions regarding anything theme park related, just let us know in the comments on the side or everything else, and then I can answer as we go. But I will take a breath, have one, and then figure out if that's good. We'll get, if that police bit's good, you're not even looking at the police bit, are you? So if police bit is good, we'll crack on with that and just get that done. So we'll be living the dream with that. So I can start with this straight away. And then it has all of the bits ready to add all the figures onto. So that's perfect. So I can get on with that. And then we'll just walk our way around. So I do need to know from everybody what we're doing with the marble. And we're going to utilize the farm space, basically. Right. Okie dokie. 2 ways of doing this. I either have the camera facing, you can see that, can't you? I don't need to move it just yet. I like the blade. I like the fan where it is. And I need you guys to think of, because I'm going to get carried away with this. But I thought on top of that massive fan, just having Daredevil looking down and not actually doing anything, and maybe some blood splatter all around the top of the fan. But then I had him decapitating somebody with his head coming off on that bit. But I could potentially put another figure there, because I do quite like the fact of Daredevil looking down on everybody. Or we could put Batman up at the top and just looking down on everybody and anybody. Right, so first thing first, this is going to be my spare pieces thing, because all of this is now coming up. We've got you, King, just there, haven't we? You don't believe me that you're stockpiled on stuff. Look, you are literally on pab cups. So that is the big blade fan that I'm talking about. And I was thinking of maybe putting Daredevil on top. Yes, it makes sense having the Batman with the police station, I guess, doesn't it? So that would work. That would work well. Then, Mr. Lego King, you are hiding up on there. In your is that works perfectly with truck. So all I need to do is I've taken some of the tiles up there already. I just need to do it on the other side where the tractor is. So we sort of got a way in and a way out. I put the track down and a temporary locomotive so we can see what that actually looks like. And then further up could be where the train station will go. But this was Ginty's and Mr. King's idea last week. But what I've done is I've started to place some of the figures. I put obviously the people with the eggs, put all the chickens on the chicken coops and things like that. And I really like this. I think this is a really nice thing. But yeah, want to utilize the farm a little bit more. Maybe obviously tile some bits and pieces around him. But yeah, I was thinking maybe putting just Daredevil up at the top there. And then as we come down, we can have people either climbing up, because it's a tall thing. And then you've got all the gruesomeness, but we need to add to that. So I need to add some bits and pieces in. And there's a lot I need to add to this bit as well. So there's quite a few bits and pieces. But yeah, there's lots to do. Let me get you back. I do need more of a professional setup in here. I've got all the camera kit when I go to the parks. I've got you stacked on 3 bags. Oh, joyful. So ignore the theme park because this table basically is where I'm building bits and pieces ready for obviously this stuff. And then when this is done, we can then crack on with the theme park. The bit up at the top behind me, that is basically done. There's one little set that I need to add, and then we can just tile away, add all the figures, and jobs are good with that as well. So underneath will be the Jurassic Park gates, and yeah, we can just approach this side of mess as we go. But yeah, all of this side of stuff, it'll be cracking. So we've got plenty over here to get on with, which is ideal. So I will rip this up. We'll get on with this a little bit now, and then we'll go from there. So let me do it where you can kind of sort of see what is occurring. Where are we? I have to Saturday. Obviously, he created that diorama for himself, didn't you? Yeah, it's all right, Killian. It will come back. It's because I'm moving the phone. I think that's the problem. If I don't touch it, it won't break up. I could bring it a little bit closer to the laptop. It's through the Wi-Fi, so that's the problem. Right. Let's get on with this. Hang on. Still reboot. Yeah, that's all it is. It's because I'm moving the phone, Killian. That's all it's to do with. I'll leave it like this, and then we'll go from there. So I'll rip this off. We'll get down. I've got the colours ready for this as well. My internet at the moment, dude, is absolutely shocking. So I'm really hoping it holds out tonight. The BT engineer is actually coming down tomorrow, and there's a new box and everything being done. So hopefully, it's all right. So fingers crossed, we'll be good. Mr. J Toy Collections UK, how are we, sir? Have you seen what I've just shown off? If not, what I'll do is I'll move it so you can't see me and you can just see all the other bits and pieces. Yeah, well, it's just a whole new everything, dude, to be honest, with regards to. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Jay, well, actually, you're all Marvel mental, aren't you? So Marvel away, get on with it. That's what you can do, because I have waited, Mr. J. Darwell, for like 3 weeks for you to come up with some ideas with regards to what I can add in. I've redone your amazing alley scene with Blade, Punisher, and Daredevil, but I have one of these with nothing on it, and I also have a little bit of space in front of some trucks that I need to put something in there. So no, that's fine. It's what it will judder when I move the phone, and then it will catch itself back up again when it's stationary. So you just have to literally bear with it, because when you watch it back live, when you watch it back once it's actually been rendered and uploaded, it doesn't have those issues. So if I do it slowly and just have you round like that. So there's been a few changes, Jay. So as you can see, we've got the fan is in, and then we'll come to here. So all of that's done. So that's not bad. So we've got all of that in there. Yeah, it's a big old shaft, Jay, a bit of girth on there. So what I need to go here, the brown, sorry, where the brown and grey is for the new, obviously, Marvel Madness thing. I put the two trucks out the front because that makes sense outside the front and the bank. I've got some little figures just in doing some little bits which we can chop and change about and just do stuff with. And then up the top there, you've got the farm, which we need to do a load of stuff with. Now, sticking with the farm for a second, as I spin you round, what I wanted to do with that is try and get the turtles, because you all came with an idea of having the green ooze coming from the Ghostbuster house down into the farm, and then going from into the actual farm where the turtles are, and just have the turtles sat on top of the Ghostbuster firehouse. So, but yes, Jay, it's a very big shaft. Shoots that massive, massive, massive fan. It sits there absolutely perfectly. And where this police station is, just there. So where you see the soap and suds. The artwork for the soap and studs is an Easter egg to the shop that's by the bank, and that's the breakout part of the bank. And then just beside that, you actually have the spring lantern as well. So there's some good bits and pieces. So a Rocky statue needs to be there, a water fountain. Well, it's just where it is, Jay, because it's a 32 by 32 base plate. It just went there. So it was just the space that I had basically for that massive Vesta fan. It won't fit up at the top because of the ceiling height, because it is just too tight. Yeah, we got the banks there set up, which we can do a really nice display and scene with. So that'll work really, really well. But I've got spaces that I need to do bits and pieces with. And like I said, I'm just stripping these tiles off to then add in those colours, so we can carry on getting the stuff outside the front of the police station, and then we can basically go from there. So it should work out okay. Because I put the spring lantern set in the park beside the police station, which you'll see in a second. But this thing, Jay, which is obviously that one big base plate, all of this had to be taken off to be able to fit the new Doctor Strange setting. But I found two little row plates. One, and they've got plenty of studs on the side, so we need to develop that. I don't know what to do with the checkered stuff. I don't know how to take that off. Do we keep the Spider-Man graveyard thing there as well? Yeah, so basically it's all up for debate. If you want to discuss and let us know what it is you want there. Yes, now I want somebody. To be fair, Jay, could I put him in the massacre bit down this bit at the bottom? Because I was thinking of putting in Daredevil right at the very, very top of the fan. A Wolverine could go some. Got a medical calf going on. But yeah, we got the calf actually in the bit behind, isn't he? He's that thing up there. So, but yeah, the Wolverine would look nice in there. There's some benches and stuff that they could sit down on. But yeah, there's some bits and pieces that need to be changed. Maybe I take one of those row plates out in front of the bugle, and we just do something in that whole area rather than having like all the grey with the yellow line down there. So we can do something different with that maybe. But yeah, you got to let us know, because there's obviously plenty to do, but I'm not going to do anything without you guys let me know. So. Which spot though, dude? Which spot are we talking? Because there's bits outside the front of the truck, and obviously Strange can be on the roof. He could be in the building. He could be out the front, couldn't he? So there's plenty of places and spaces for that side of things. So yeah, he can go wherever really. But yeah, it's just whatever works. And I want to get some figures on this bit this evening as well, so we can get some of those figures down, which will be good. To be fair, I might actually just get this done, and then we'll crack on with the spin it around so you guys can see the Marvel stuff a little bit better, and I can add the figures as we go. And then as soon as I can figure out how to incorporate 2 cameras at the same time, it'll be a lot better, so you can then see everything that's going on at the same time, which will be good. Now, do we have enough of these? Not 100% sure if we will do, so we will see. Oh, half the Mac as well. Okay. Mr. JD, fair enough. I did see your photo with your with the Wolverine. That will look well. What on one of these base plates, King? Put them on there. There's a fair bit. It's what I do actually. If I get the camera off my face, because nobody wants to see my face, I can spin it around onto that area as I'm building up this plate. I can put the plate in front of the police station, and then jobs are good, isn't it? So why don't I just sausage you around like that? Dude. So that is the space in question, yeah? So we have got something that we need to put here. And why I'm turkey twizzling you around, that is the area that I'm about to be working on now. So I'm putting that, about to put this base plate here. We can then put all the figures and everything down. You can see the spring lantern is there. I've even put a dog and a cat on the bit at the back. Look, so there's little DMs in there, little DMs, little Easter eggs. I just read Jay's thing that says DM. I've DM'd you the work in progress. It's the phone that it's not my personal phone, Jay. We'll say it's the Detached Bricks work phone. Let's have a look. So that is something that Jay has just sent me. Hope that's coming through clearly enough, which is good. Mr. Saturday Avenue, how are we, sir? How is everything? And he's cracking on with the mech, which is tidy. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Mr. Saturday Ave, how are we? So Saturday, update. Oh, you got that's your one, is it? With the balloons. It's a nice set, that one, Jay. It is a nice set. It's from the Lego Batman film. So I've moved a lot Saturday in a week. So this is moved. I put the spring lantern beside it because I thought you might have an absolute sea attack if I couldn't find a place for that. But I think it will work well once it's done. And then as we pan round and come through, there's been a lot of changes to the Marvel section because where that 32 by 32 grey base plate is, that is for the new Doctor Strange set. I need to put something here. I've recreated your diorama just here with your figure. I put the bank truck and everything in. There's a couple of little figures going on and everything going in there. £7 is an absolute bargain, Mr. J. Dolwell. Absolute bargain. You can't go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong with that. Let me just get that around. And obviously, we put the massive is back at last. And we've got all the gruesomeness going on at the bottom, all in there. So there's lots to see, lots to do. But like I said, you guys can just catch up. I know you haven't spoken to each other in a little while. I'm going to get the rest of these down and done. And then we can just crack on and go from there, which will be good. That can go there. I'll work an absolute diamond, that will. Yeah, it's just some bits and pieces I did actually off the live Saturday. We came up with some ideas with like the farm and stuff like that. But now I pulled out this coloured pattern was outside the front of the diner and the restaurant, if you remember. And now I'm just doing some bits and pieces with regards to putting the patterns in. So it's good. But you've got Killian's in here, Saturday Av's in here, Mr. JD Toy Collection UK is in here. There's a couple of others lurking around, so don't be afraid to say hello, but we don't mind that at all. And anybody that's watching this back, ideas, more than welcome, always handy. And like I said, I am tempted to sort of film bits and pieces that I do over the week and then do like an update video on the Tuesday and then sort of carry on a Thursday. But this will be a regular thing on a Thursday night at 6:30 UK time, and hopefully it'll just grow and grow and grow. So it is at the moment, it is, Jay, but you know, you've never really complained about that before, have you? So let's be honest, it doesn't really matter. So are we saying we put Wolverine in by the fan at the bottom? I don't even know where my finger is. I'm pointing the wrong bit. So we put over at the bottom down here. Do we put the Wolverine in that? Do we take him away? And you can see his head hanging off the building. And then you've got all the other good fun that's going on, everything that's in there. And then do we put Wolverine down there and then put the big man up top on the blade? Let me know what you think. And like I said, I am in the process of tidying that up, so we're getting there. That makes sense, dude. Yeah, Logan in there. I don't even know if they've got a Logan figure, have they? Have they got any of that? I have no idea whatsoever. I don't know if that is I don't know if that's a thing or what. Yeah, I don't know. But we can have all sorts of stuff going on in there, can't we? Surely. And let me show you again, and I'm going to spin you back round. I'm going to knock this otherwise. Happy with the trucks. Need something to go on the green where I've got that Monkey Kid figure. So it's deep enough where we can put like a little thing. Oh, caught you. We've got something that needs to go here as well. And then we've got all of those. And then, like I said, you've got the farm. You've got the farm up top. So basically, answers on a postcard. Please, sort of stuff. Oh, that's annoying. Dropped you, caught you, and it's bowed you. Get back on there. Get back on there. There we go. That's what we want. Have that. Thank you very much. Well, it depends if you want. Yeah, it depends what one you want. True. Yeah. No, sorry, Jill, I'm being thick. Yeah. I wasn't too sure if Killian meant having the old man Logan figure as well. I wasn't too sure if that's what he was if that's what he meant. But there's plenty of stuff that we can have and add, isn't there? So which is good. Yeah, so we've got the picked up the little mech Killian with the Wolverine on. Obviously, we're not going to use the mech, but we could utilize Wolverine better. Sorry, brain dead then. Yeah, well, that's what I think, Jay. But do we have on the fan? Do we put Daredevil up at the top with all the blood dripping down, or do we put the Wolverine bit up at the top, and I can add all the blood splatter off the fans and things like that? So I've got all of that ready to go. So we can dress the fan up in red if you want to now. Once I've just finished this little thing here, and then can go from there if you want to, because we had Ginty and Mr. Lego King last week. We ended up sorting out a lot of stuff with the farm, which was ace. And then, like I said, came up with the idea of wanting to add in the turtle display with like a little turtle bit in the farm, but actually have the ooze coming from the Ghostbuster firehouse and having them on the roof. So that could work. But yeah, just basically, does it work? Yeah, well, we've technically got one of those already, dude, because we've got the 2 hen houses with all the chickens, and you're on top. So when they go into a sale, I'll pick up 2 more, and we'll have all the chicken coops there. So we'll have 4 chicken coops, which will be fine. We've got the tractor and all the minifigures there. I think it looks really, really smart. It's a nice looking thing, to be honest. And we can just add in quite a bit more as we go. But yeah, like I said, the bit that I'm doing now is this bit just here. We can add all the figures there now that we think. Just behind it, car compound. So that'll be splendid. So I'm going to put all the speed champions basically behind some gates. But yeah, just got to think of a nice little Easter egg to get the turtles in there. And then we've got all of this amazing stuff that we can do with all the Marvel stuff. And that's even, we can come up with so much stuff even before we come up with the blade thing, which is nice. What does that look like? Does that look all right? I've tried to do it as a path and then just like hopscotch. I might change that because it might look a little bit crummy, but we've got all of these bits so we can just add whoever and whatever onto, so that would work fine. Jay, it's either going to be Galactus or somebody from Fantastic Four or something. I mean, shorts, dude, so it's all right. Don't worry. I've got shorts on, so we are living the dream, so it's all good. It's all good. So hang on, let me make sure I haven't missed anything. Kieran says, James, Lego King says, looking good. Chicken Street. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, but so we saying we're going to put Wolverine up top on the Vista fan, yeah? All right, fine. Okay. All right, spinning you around. So I've just done that. Oh, Dr. Doom? Or are we talking about the Green Goblin? I'm just going by how many figures you've got of each of them, Joe. Go on, Killian, guess away. Right, I'm going to add figures, I think. Anybody know what we can put? Anybody want anything specific? If we just try and put some CMFs just chilling out in there, we can play. What, Doctor Doom or Victor? I said Doctor Doom before that popped up. I think we'll be on for a tie break on that, surely. Does that work on there? No, of course it doesn't. No, I don't think I do. Oh, that's showing off, Killian. All right, you win. All right, I'll give you that. You win that one. That's fine. Just grabbing some figures out some bags just to randomly put on this thing for now. Oh yeah, a weird and wonderful populated area. It's going to be a case of spot the fig. So we'll carry on working on that in a little bit, but I think it looks all right when it's populated and it's got some people there, just some randomness going on. And I've got that weird looking thing just sat on the bench. I'll mess around with that back one. It was just there to add for a little bit of colour. We will worry about who goes in the actual spring lantern later on, so that's absolutely fine. And like I said, we've got that we need to work on, but we will move on to all of this. It's nice and exciting. So how do you want me to dress this? What do you want where with regards to on the blades and things? How do you want everything? I think it works all right there, Saturday, because you've got that piece at the end. So that'll work well with the sanctum. And then once this is all decorated up, I think that will work all right there. And it looks smart with regards to like the path and stuff, doesn't it? So that might need a bit of tweaking, to be honest, but I think we might get away with it. But we will see. Right. So what do you want me to do? What are you doing, Smudge? Come on, are you coming up? Come on. 3 cats have been out. Doctor Doom with 4. Well, I said to Jay and Killian, this is up for good discussion as well. I said to Jay that I look for a Marvel castle, and the only castle that I could find in tan was the. Now I'm thinking that maybe the Harry Potter castle we redo as a Doctor Doom castle, and then that way where we got the bugle, we can literally just extend it all the way around. So, hang on. Now where obviously we've got all of this display here, we would carry on going through, and then the Harry Potter castle could be taken apart, and instead of using it for the Batman, we could then potentially reuse it for a Doctor Doom thing instead. And then we can just carry on with that table and potentially can do some other bits and pieces with it. But that's up to you guys to let me know, really. I just need to know if you think that would work. So I'm in before I even hear it all. I'm in. All right. So we are now saying then the Harry Potter castle will be the Doctor Doom thing. So I need. Yeah, yeah. Because I've moved a lot, so I like the block of cheese is now. Well, look, it's over there. So that massive block of cheese is there. Everything's there. That's all done. That's at the top is really tidy. Really happy with those 4 base plates. Everything else down here really needs a really good tidy. That's Smudge down there. Come say hello. So spinning you around. The castle then goes to the back. So I can take all of that apart, and then we've got another Marvel table. But I will also have a table, sort of like a table could still potentially do the man. And then I've got a table for all the Ninjago as well. So we've got a fair bit that we can do with. But it'll be interesting, and it'll be a big thing. But if I am going to do it, then I'm going to need to do it before the coaster comes. So I need to do it on this table. So if I'm going to have to mock something, but I don't know where I can get those instructions from, because will somebody have actually mocked one of them? That's the issue. The stretch. I don't know much about the Fantastic Four. I'm sure Jay's going to tell me all about it at some point and fill me in with absolutely everything. Right. As you guys are talking about the Fantastic Four and that castle, and that's my fault because I started to ask you a load of questions and stuff. Let me just plug this back in just in case. Donk. Power. And what I need to know is what do I need to take apart? I need to take apart the tiles on the farm. So I'll do that as we talk. And then need to figure out just what we can do on that little 16 by 16. Yeah, Jay, just basically sort it out amongst yourselves. I haven't got a clue. Haven't got a clue. I can't do anything with the compounds because I need some base plates for the compound so we can tile that. So I can't do anything with that. We either now move directly on to the marble bit, or we you sent me the DMs, have you? Let's have a look. No, it's not come through yet, dude. So I can't see that. I can't see it. Do you want to carry on with the marble bit, or do you want to move on to the farm? Because we'll be on till 8. So we've got like 50 minutes, and then we'll be off. So, what is it you want to attack? What is it you want to attack next? We're doing really good stuff with the farm last week. Which we were saying about what were we saying? We're saying about adding in like a green ooze into the farm so we can have the turtles and things, won't we? No, nothing yet, dude. Need chicken nuggets. I don't. Do they make? They've got. Oh, it's the new noodle shop, isn't it? They haven't got a chicken shop in the 3-in-1s. I'm sure thinking they actually did a chicken shop. I don't think they did. I've not got it yet, Jay. It's not come through this end. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Spinning around. So that is the area in question down there. So that area in question down there is. Oh, I thought you said you were going to get a full plate of it Saturday. I've not. You would want it. So the plan is that I want another one of these, which means this piece here can be fully extended on the whole of this 16 by 32. And I want 2 more of those. And it will basically, because there's three of these grey plates down, if you can see. Now, what we've done is, because Ginty said it would look good with the track in front of it, I want to get the track in front of that. And then as we come around this way, down where track, or should I say the train is, let me tip you down where that train is. I want to put the station there. Obviously that will go back, that'll all get tidied up, and that can work on that corner. So we can just basically do it as we go around. But do I try this now? Do we put any brown down? Do we do anything with this? Because I've kind of put the figures in a half decent place. So do I do anything like that? Or I just on with stripping down the stuff, which kind of makes sense to do, to be honest. I'll let you guys talk about that as we go. That is in the way. Let's get that out of the way, get this back forward. How you've not fallen off on that, I don't know yet. That's just madness, to be honest. But we're there. No accent brown. We could have an accent brown, couldn't we? Nice deep brown colour. That would be absolutely sensational and splendid all at the same time. Let's have that. You're going to fall, you're going to stay. You might stay. But yeah, I think that would be nice for the farm. So I mean, I could add, if I can find the green, I'll add in the lime green. But I just don't know how. Do we do it with the clear green bricks? or do we do it with the lime green tiles? A deep within brown Saturday, is that what you're saying? Yeah. This down, and then need to know what's going to go on the base plate that's big with regards to the marble, or do we just leave it blank? Saturday, are you happy staying where you are with your sig fig in that position? And then I could just basically strip that plate down, leave it there, and then maybe wait until we've got oh, hang on, I think Jay sent me that thing, and then wait and then maybe see what comes with this sanctum. Yes, Jay has sent the photo. Right, that. I've got the same rooftops as that, just in a different colour. So we can... I think that might be doable, you know. To be fair, it might be doable without too much work. It just rejig a little bit. Or I could just give it to you, Jay. I'm vibrating. But yeah, that could work okay. That could work okay. But yeah, if you're happy with your display as you are Saturday, I'll keep you the same. Like I said, this massive football pitch thing all had to be taken off, and obviously you were part of that. So what I did is obviously I stripped it all down and then rebuilt you on a smaller plate, and it came. I put everything back exactly the same, but you're obviously parked around the truck. But I just don't know what to put on the grass bit in front of it. But this is all of your, or you're in charge of all the little bits. I move all the bigger bits, and then you guys can just fill in the blanks. But if you want me to leave it blank, then obviously I can do, and then we can just wait for the sanctum, and then I can just skip that bit and then get straight to the farm if need be. What we've been doing the last sort of 45 minutes or so. Oh, so you're missing next Thursday, Jay, are we? So I definitely need your ideas for this marble thing. Then, what should we put on the fan, and what should we put on the base plate? Do we leave the base plate blank? So I can add the other figures onto the fan now with bits missing, and then we can just add Wolverine onto that if you want. So at least we can say we've kind of done that display. No, we're not going to have anybody sort. There's actually a back door to this fan, so he could be fixing the back door if he really wants to. So 7 p.m. next Thursday. Have it. But that wasn't cheap, Jay, was it? I bet that was with Chunkman prices. I can imagine that being a bit fruity. We had a big back door for this turbine. It just need you to let me know, and then I know. All right, so I know Wolverine is going on top of the fan, but how would you all like me to decorate the fan with the blood? Do you want it on just one turbine? So he's just been decapitated with the one, and the other two stay white. That makes sense, because I can just put all of the splatter effects on the one. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do that in a second. I'm going to take these off, and I'm going to do that straight away, and then I can show you. And then we can just carry on and crack on and enjoy it, which will be good. I'm just trying to get this plate clear. And then once it's done, laughing. Yeah, one makes I absolutely plaster the one. Do we just have a load of torsos and missing limbs? So I'm going to do that right now. That's going to be our goal before we leave, to get that turbine done. I suppose I could have I've got one or two bodies at the bottom, so I could have maybe some spare heads and then just put the bodies at the top maybe. that could work quite well. Because that'll look effective enough if I plaster the one blade and he could just be stood at the top, because this does move actually. You can actually have this moving around because it's got the shafts there ready for the power cables and everything like that. So I've just never powered it up, but it does actually come with a power function as well. It was such a good thing when it first came out. They gave you the power functions with the actual movable things, so that wasn't too bad. Yeah. Vibrating, perfect. Let's have a look. No, I can't be bothered to get the last few of these off. I can just wait. We know where that's going. Right, come on then, let's get on this fan. I've even got the pieces, hoping you guys would want to do it so we can crack on with this. So we have got all of these shiny things here. Isn't that nice? So that, now we've got the ooze. I think that will work for the farm. I'll keep these out. I think I want to do something with that this evening. I feel like we made such good progress on it. If I spin you facing the blade so you can see what I do, or do you want me to just do it and then you can see it after? Does it really matter that I'm going to stand right in the way? I think I'm going to stand in the way regardless. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. Ow. Tell you what, the magic of blue tack, it's fantastic, isn't it? There we go. So obviously this does move. It's all complete. It's such a nice set. Let's get all of these added on. Yeah, to be fair, Jay, it probably worked well, but now putting all of these on, I'll end up I lose an eyeball or something, won't I? Which is never going to be a good thing. If I put them on this one, and then what I do is I'll spin it around so you can sit. I just absolutely plaster it on you. I'm guessing that's what you want, just lots and lots and lots of red. Do I do the whole blade or just the tip? How far down do we go? Do we just do to there? Or do we do the whole thing? Because this could work quite well, depending on the tip or the whole thing. I'm still waiting for that to come through. All of it? Just that bit? Yeah, I'm not sure. Unless I had the red bendy tube, Killian, I don't know how that would work. Because obviously I've got the little red brake light studs. But I don't know how you'd be able to actually do it with the translucent. That's the thing. I'm not 100% sure. Because it depends on which way we put the blade, though, doesn't it? Because if the blade's going to be at the top, like there, or we have it at the bottom like that, that'd be easy to drip it off, because I could then have it dripping down the shaft. and then we can have it going all the way down. So it depends on how you want it, basically. Because you could have them all the way up at the top, and it looks like it's just gone through a slice dice. Or oh no, it's not going to move. It won't move now, Killian, not with that weight on that blade. So we can make it out however you guys want to do it. But do I do the whole blade like so? What do it dripping down like that? That sort of thing, or all in one line, so it's just on the same side like that. Because that will go down to the bench, which we could do something with. Look, so if we have all of those off at the top and keep the blade up, obviously we've got a nice little platform up there to put the figures on, so that they'll stand there no problem. And then we could have it come in all the way down, and then basically finish on the bench. How many the part-wise, dude? There's quite a few. So if we start here, they're all interlinked and lapped over. So there's quite a few bits that make up the actual blades. So they could be stood, or they could be stood on it, because that's funky enough to actually put some figures if need be. I could put the so you want it like that then? What, like that? Not too sure you want me to try and do it. I don't know if you want this up at the top so it looks like it's just done some damage, and then it's stopped, and then we have it coming all the way from the top down, from the underneath, and then going all the way down that way. So first thing first, should I just carry on with the shaft while we think about what we're going to do with that blade? Yeah, is that what we want? So I've got, well, enough of them to decorate it up. Yeah, what do you reckon? So if that bit's at the top, it looks like just done the damage. Do we have like do we have this sort of thing where we've had that and the bloke's head up at the top on here with Wolverine? That's all that from it. The fans then stopped, and then the blood just then trickles. The blade just trickles down. Does that work? If I make it run down its shaft first, and then we can figure it out from there. If I get him low enough, and then we can figure out exactly how the blade looks compared to where the head's been decapitated, and then we can figure it out from there, can't we? Because I don't see why that would be a problem. What looks silly, dude? I think the comments coming through a little bit staggered. Again, if you are watching this back, guys, let us know, because we will tweak it until this displays whole. We will tweak this, and then we then have a rule of where we leave it be. So obviously it's not the right figure. I know I'm still in the way, but if I tip that back enough, no. Can I put that? So we could have something like that. Yeah, possibly, Jay. Possibly. We can have them on it out more. It just depends if you want to make it look like a blade, or if it's just a splat on the blade. Depends what effect you want, really. Yeah, it's a fair point, Killian. I mean, what I could always do, instead of having these bits that stuck out like that, I could just use the brake lights. I could just have that instead. I don't know, it'll give a, rather than the splatter. I can't. It won't physically fit, dude, because it's a big old. They're big old blades. Like the wingspan of it is massive. Look, see. Like, it is huge. The fan is enormous. But everybody that's liked the video, guys, thank you. Massively helps. Thanks. So do we go for mist then, Killian, at the top rather than massive mess? That's obviously hit in the head. So we could have something like that if you want that. Let me have a look, Jay, for these 1x4. I will have somewhere. I've got a couple of those, Jay. They'll do the trick. Got a couple of. If I just grab a couple of the white pieces out, you can see what's what. That might do the trick. Yeah, so I've got a few of those. I've got 3 of them. So what are you thinking, having it? Where am I? That way. And do we restart the blade or what? What do we think? Should be fine. What I do to make it a little bit easier, if I spin you back around, I can then design what Jay's thinking about and then put it on a blade. And then we can see exactly what is what. So let me just tip you back down that way. That blade out the way. I told you it's massive, 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 massive. Ginty, yo, how are you? How is everything, G? Are we good? So Saturday Ave is somewhere. Killian's here. Mr. J. Dogwell is here. Lego King himself is here. A few other people lurking in and out and doing whatever. Plenty of people like the video as well, which is really good. So yeah, all good. You all right, Ginty? Currently doing a blood and guts scene on the fan and just figuring out how it happens. I'm looking at the position of that fan now. And I think Killian might be onto the mist across the tip of that top blade. I just moved the blade out the way of the camera, and actually the head is offset to the body, and that now would work perfect coming all the way down the shaft to doing whatever it needs to do. I need really some. The easiest thing would be red tiles, wouldn't it? Like the water tiles, the 1x2 clear, and just literally went from the top all the way down as a trickle. Can you get them? Can you get red tiles? Or see-through ones anyway? Wouldn't that just solve all problems? I think that might be easier coming down the shaft, putting red 1x2s there. Because I don't know how long I make these. If it will start to bend. I can bend them and bow them, but I'd have to make them longer. Nah, I know I haven't got any of them because I know what sets they'd have been in. They've been in the Alien sets that went against the Space Police sets because they would have had the red in there, and I didn't collect any of them. So no, I didn't have those. But you're saying about because, like I said, I can't. No, I can't. I just can't. I can't do that. No. Yeah, just not too much because you can remember what's going on. No, for the blade scene, dude, we had all of these and the splatter. We didn't have any. We just had that, didn't we? With the splatter bit on top. That's all we had. So what I've got now, I've got loads and loads of the bit for the gun, and because it's annoying because it wouldn't have the. I need it so it's upside down and coming off. But I suppose that's something that we could add. We could just add that little bit in. Because it doesn't, we can still add more of these in down at the bottom. The only thing is, Killian, the problem is I haven't got anywhere. If I attack the blade, it's going to be stuck out the wrong way. I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you. Hang on. So, what's occurring is from where I'm sat, we've got the head out at that angle and the body behind it. So that doesn't look too bad, I don't think. Obviously, we'll add plenty of pieces to it. It depends if you want then that up the top, because it's just done it. We replace all of that with 1x2 tiles coming all the way down to the bottom, and then we can have a pool of whatever at the bottom, and then we can add more stuff into here. There's quite a bit going on here, so we could add more in there. But if you think that would work. What do we think, guys and girls? How do we reckon that'll work? I don't know. That looks right. I don't think that does. I think that needs to come off. I like that. That bit looks nice, and you can see the behind him. I think that works well. That, Killian, is a great idea. Have you got any figures in mind? Do you just want a random two, or I think I've just found one of the CMS spaces. Add that. We can have a couple of children being absolutely traumatized if you want. Right, that Killian we can arrange and do, that's for sure. That is the perfect figure with the face, isn't it? Because he's about to chunder, so we can have chundering going in, so that would work. I get you over and down for that bench there. Do you want two of them? Do you want another figure added into there, Killian? It needs to be somebody's sig fig, really, doesn't it? It's either somebody's sig fig or something a nice date. Yeah, again, that'd be a good look. We can do that, I think. All right, fine. So that I think stays where we got the head and the body. I think that looks nice. Get some photos of that. You can have Wolverine just stood with his claws taped and whatever. That blade works, but it might need to be tweaked with a couple of studs. That bit needs to be the drip of blood coming all the way down like a river, and then we can add all the splatter effects by that bench. I will do that right now, as I will put you back there. That will work. You're not going to fall over, I don't think. Which is good. Blue tack still holding up. Absolutely splendid. I've got about 15 minutes. So I need to find another figure for that. I suppose they are sat in the garden as well, aren't they? So that would work. Sorry, Rocco, didn't make you jump up. Sorry. Madam Cheeky Monkey, how are we? How is everything? Are we okay? I see Jay's bought his very first Lego set, which is incredible. It must be rubbing off on him at last. Oh, dropped it again. Yeah, it's not dropped. It's gone into a sale somewhere, but not a massive drop in price yet. But I'm sure it will do soon. It's got to have to really. There's too many other new sets coming out, Kiara, for that not to drop in price soon. It doesn't make sense that it's still so expensive. I'm just sorting out a date for Killian. I have no idea if I've got any. Could be on a date with the copper. I've got a thing. If I had Ginty sig fig, I could. Oh no, hang on. There you go. Got a nice young lady in a blue hoodie. That'll work well. He's about to chunder. She can sit. I need her screaming really, but. Bit of blood splat on her lap. It's not at Smith's, dude. Smiths have a massive sale on, but it's not at Smith's. Right. Does this work for everybody? So she's got blood splatter on her lap. You've got some bits and pieces, and then you've got all of that down there. And then we need to sort out the shaft, but the fan works okay. Blade goes up top. Wolverine goes up top. And then we're laughing, and then all of these other bits and pieces aren't looking too bad. I don't know, dude. I haven't picked up any CMS for a while because he's about to chunder. She looks a little bit too happy for my liking, so unless we just take her head off and just be really brutal, and then she's gone as well. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Anybody know what the CMF was with regards to that? Ginty, you're still here. I do need some farm advice. If you are still here, not too sure. If you're not, then obviously you're not, so it's okay. But yeah. Shame that's not the right colour, because I could just do something like that, where it's that could look quite nice. Oh, Ginty is here. Ginty, farm. I've moved some bits and pieces, so let me fill you in. Everybody else can just talk and whatever. I've moved that, Ginty. I've moved all the piece. I want with you, Ginty. I want to design a Speed Champions basically compound, because you like your cars, so we can get that sorted. But the farm, I've sort of decorated a bit with regards to tractors in place. All the other little bits and pieces are in place, and then we've got the chicken coops. So Mr. King's sig figures there. All of those bits and pieces are there now. I've taken some of the tiles off that end, so I need to figure out what's going on with that. I've added in your track like you wanted with the train. That could obviously be pushed further up. The new train station will go where that modular is. I've just pulled that out to clean all of that and get those bits in. So that's why that's those bits over there. So that's why, because that stuff was between the diner and the restaurant. But I think a second one of those would look nice, and then it gives one of them because it goes into. But saying of the ooze and stuff, do you thought any more about what we can do with this bit and how we can get this sort of infected with some little turtles, and then actually have the turtles and there, and here's what that blade looks like. That is that, and then coming down to there is what that looks like. So that does I think that does a trick. To be fair, we know we've got the basic idea of that blade, so I think with the correct pieces, I think we'll be laughing with that. So that won't be too bad. Yeah. So Ginty, I need to know from you what your thoughts are on the farm. I need to plug the phone back in case the battery dies. Yes, Jay, I've been saying that all live, and I said it last time as well. So what I want to do is, because we've created this, and obviously it's all green and whatever else, and oh no, I've got to forget that now. What I want to be able to do is where we've got Slimer and the green stuff, I want to put the turtles as an Easter egg on top of the Ghostbuster firehouse, and try and find some of the actual ooze bottles that the turtles have, and have them being dropped from the ghosts, because this path's all green, and then the farm here comes in. So I want to sort of almost toxicate the farm and either have some baby turtles there or just something there, or it might make sense having the mice and the rats and having those there, and obviously just as a bit of an Easter egg to those turtles. Because Jace, I need to add turtles to the city, and that is the only way I can think of getting it in with a bit of fun. You are moving very, very slowly. I will catch you if I need to catch you. You're still moving. It will stop at some point. Yeah, the new CMFs are amazing, aren't they? They've got some nice figures in there with regards to just everything. It's probably the first time in a while that I'd want to pick up every single one of them, because you could use them in all completely different spaces. So it works. I think it works really, really well. Just going back through. Yeah, so hopefully, Kiara, the Home Alone set will, well, fingers crossed, can pick up for the 1st of December, and then you make up a bag a day for Christmas, which would be nice. But yeah, so Jinty J, I need some ideas of how we can get the green into that little bit. With maybe I just do it over a couple of studs in the corner. Maybe that's what I should do. I just have these green bricks here, have them in the corner of the farm, get some of the little mice and rats, try and find a bottle of ooze, and then just have the turtles stood up top. You're already there, dude. Your sig fig, look, I don't know if you spotted him yet, is there. Can you see him? I put you in the chicken coop. So your sig fig's at the top. So you're already hidden. Big Easter egg is the same ooze that blinded Daredevil dipped down the sewer onto the turtles. Oh, well, Jay, I don't. Well, do I? Do I have the turtle? I can't put the turtles within. It'll make your OCD go mental, so I can't put that in there. But we can definitely do something in this corner. We can definitely do something there, in that corner, or that little bit there, and we can put some bits up with this. And we can just have it over spilling on, or even if it's just in front of the train tracks, it's not actually on the part of the farm at all. Just a small little bit just there. That'd look quite nice. That would work okay. Just something just to have in there. But I need to know what you guys would think. Mud fight. Gingy's like, it's got to be past the watershed now. Mud fight. Because I've got the pizza van. This is what started it off, Jay. So I've actually put the pizza van. Sorry, I keep moving. I wouldn't go to them. I've done it all. The pizza van's already there, so we can have that up. Have somebody stood there. Have all the others around. But I think it would look quite just linking into the farm, or we try and do something just around that area. Would look smart. But yes, so going back to this, Jinty, what do I do? I need to take the tiles off where the tractor is. So I need to take the tiles off where it's orange and tan completely. I think I need to take the tiles off. Oh, I don't want to do that. Take the tiles off the red and blue. But luckily I can actually keep it the same colour for Killian's thing, because it's exactly the same as that, and have the two fresh things parked on there. And then I can have the way in and the way out to the farm on that bit. So if I take that plate up now, what colour is it? We'll do that. That's a great idea. Great idea. Let's plonk you there. lean you over. Come on now, come on. So what colour do we do on this side here for the way in and the way out for the farm? That is the big question, and I really do need to catch you before you go absolutely flying down. So we don't act and keep that. Get you plumbed back in. And you're focused. Happy and days. So we are there or thereabouts. That'll do. You're a bit high, but I don't really care. Going back through. Enjoy all 6 inches, dudes. Take it easy. I'll be going in a second, actually. So yeah, I was only going to do it for around about an hour and a half. It's just the right time, sort of 6:30 to 8, because it's just before people's had some lunch. I'll catch up with you soon, dude. All right, you take it easy. Enjoy your 6 inch of evening. I would say the same thing to Kiara, but it's a different it's a different conversation. Don't know where is Ginty. Ginty, hello. What colour do we do this for the bit on the way in and the way out? The stuff that blinded Daredevil. What the actual name of it? I think we won't know now. I'll message Jay after, because obviously it's in Daredevil. It's in the big boxes, isn't it? In the actual Netflix show, and then you've got the ooze canisters from the. No, this is for the vehicles to get in and out, Ginty. Because it'll be coming in off the road and then being able to get in onto the farm. So do you want all of that fenced, do you? Because you're not going to fence. I mean, you could fence the top line and then do something where all the black is. But I'm going to take it. I'll take it off, because where it's red and blue, that's where the 2 fresh vans are parking. So I can't fence that. So that needs to be either the orange again, or it needs to be something else, really. But I think what we can do is, if I strip this down, we can then focus on that next time. Because if I can get some of the theme park bits done, and then we can go from there. So any ideas on that, Ginty? If it's fencing and stuff, then we'll leave it there. Yeah, the new cargo train with the station is the plan for in front of that, in that farm. Or I just use that train and get some of the older cargo bits out, which was also work as well. Like I said, the train station will just go off. Basically, the train station will go beside this base plate. Well, we'll go beside literally this side on here. That'll be where the station goes, because we can keep going that way for another probably 32 by 32s. And then where I've got the fishing ideas set up at the top, I'll just decorate all that with water and stuff. And then we've now got an idea for the Harry Potter castle, which will now be done for the Doctor Doom thing instead. So that's ideal. We've got absolutely nowhere with regards to what I thought we were going to try and do today, but we have come up with a nice display for the fan. So that works well. Yeah, that makes sense. Just like a big gate. Yeah, we could do that on both sides, I suppose. Just have to figure out how to make a big gate up. I guess that'd be the easiest thing to do. If we did a gate for the farm, that'd be okay. And then I think I can put it'll be base plate and a half, and then we can tile the base plate and a half for the police compound as well. So that will make sense. So we could do that. But yeah, with the farm stuff. But I'm not going to gate the whole thing, though, am I? Because that would just be too much there. So it just depends on how. I guess the gate just wants to be big enough for the tractor, and then it just needs to either be fenced off, or we just need the tiles and stuff there, don't we? We've got flowers and things that we can add. Yeah, that would work quite well actually, because I mean, pull you around. So for anybody that's just sort of popped in, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about this farm bit. So where the quad, you see, you've got the train, and then you've got easily another 2 base plates, so we can easily put the station in. But yeah, have to have a think, Ginty, and let us know, because this one here, that red and blue, will need to be changed to Killian's colours again. So the 2 in the middle is where they'll park, but the brown and orange needs to come off. So we could either gate that a little bit, and then we've got the way in for the tractor, because obviously the tractor is basically at an angle, it'll fit perfectly. So that makes sense. Parking for the 2 fresh vehicles, and then whatever you were coming in front of the quads. And then, like I said, 4 of those. I've got 2 of them, 2 more, another one of those, fill it with figures. Do I just keep it as the grey base, or do I put a load of 1x2 browns down? That'll be the next thing. So that's what I need to know from you, Ginty, if that's what you want to do, and this side of stuff. I think that'll do the trick. I quite like that. I think that's a start. And I'll get the figure from Jay for the Wolverine plonking up top. So yeah, where are we? Well, to be fair, Killian, your plate's going to stay there anyway, so that won't go anywhere. What I need to do is take that one off and just add your colours in. But the problem is that we've got is obviously the colours on the other side match the other side, don't they? So it's only 2 plates, to be honest, that I need to take up, because that one is obviously for there, but it's what goes on the other side to get into the farm. But how are we, dude? How is everything? So we've done a little bit Saturday. We've started to come up with an idea with regards to a battle going up here. That will need tweaked. That's going to come off, and some 2 trickle down, and we've got these 2 lovely couple surrounded in blood splatter, which we will add more to. We're going to carry on with the that scene, so that would work well. Yeah, so it's version number 1. We want to try basically the blade at the top. We want to try and do a more of a misty effect, because we've changed the idea. So we're going to do like a mist up there, and then one is Red River trickling down. So it has to be 1x2 tiles, just the red water basically coming all the way down to the fine. Yeah, I up on the bench. I found a figure that's about to chunder. She's got a load of blood on her lap. Before I go, because I don't leave just yet, as Saturday I've just come back, what can I do here? We stick to this because it's easy to do. Do I add more trees here? Do I add more blood there? What do you want me to do? Yeah, so Ginty, you let me know with regards to that, because that's going to need a little bit of work for taking off the tiles and stuff. But where the camera's pointed now, that'd be really easy to do. So we can just have a quick crack on with this for a sort of 10 minutes or so. As there's a good group of people popping in and popping back out again, which is nice. And like I said, what I was in the process of stripping down, this bit here will go. That bit is a bit that we're going to leave blank and have that for the Doctor Strange stuff. So let me run you through what is going on with here then. So we've got obviously the main man, head off. Thanks very much. Head dangling there. Splendid. You got the main man himself. head off, and then you've got head off, head. And then if you notice, can you see Blade with the blood splatter, and he's just decapitated the person that's sat down on the floor? Is that coming through clearly enough? So that could just need to basically add a little bit more to that, I think, and then we could take that off and that'll be done. Some boxes of fruit. What? There's a load of boxes of fruit and veg, dude, down in the there's what? 4 boxes of fruit and veg. That's a big veg patch, isn't it? Look. So all of that there is all your fruity veggie stuff. And then I like this because it's got all the corn and everything on. I think that's a real nice thing. It's got like the chilies and just random things. And then you've got the cool figures with the blue hair and stuff like that. And then you've got all the chickens and the eggs and just stuff. So there's plenty of stuff there. But yeah, Jinty, just send me some messages with what your ideas with regards to this and how we can do the train. But yeah, we'll carry on with this a little bit here. If you've got any ideas, let us know quick. If not, that'll be it. And game over. So, plonk you back up. Yeah, see, he's hiding on top of the chicken coop. He's there. Yeah. Amazing stuff. So where we are, ideas. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, anybody got any ideas with regards to that tunnel? Killian, if you're still here, then obviously shout it out. If not, we will end it and crack on with it next week, because I think that needs some more trees. Probably needs some more civilians as well, to be honest. We can add some more of those in. Maybe it's missing. Maybe it's missing some flowers. Maybe that's what it needs. Because it's a nice thing, but they leave it naked, so it'd be quite nice to. There we go. That's what we want. With a bit of blood splatter. Work that in. So, can you need your assistance with this tunnel of doom? So basically, what are we missing here? This is an open question to anybody, but we seem to be having a chicken off, so I'm letting these guys in with the chicken. But if you can see, I've added in Blade at the back, and he's decapitated that poor, defenseless, helpless woman with the axe. I don't know whether to add in just more shrubbery and then have these dotted around with the red, these red things just sort of placed about, or add more figures in, or do I add more trees in, or what? I'm not 100% sure what to add in with that. So I just need you and help. Let me know with regards to the actual farm. So that's ideal. So we can crack on with that next week. But yeah, basically, just need to know what goes there. Oh no, I said to Killian, I'm letting you guys talk about the chicken, and we're going to design the bloodbath. No, the graveyard, dude, it's still there. So the graveyard bit is this bit that was always the graveyard. It was just 2 base plates long, 2 little bits. So the graveyard with the Spider-Man thing's still there, but obviously we lost all of this. So this was everything that got taken out. So we lost the water, we lost that scene. That was where Saturday Ave was here. So I've taken him off, put him on a different base plate and put him in. So I can add some of like the brown, maybe. I think it needs a bit of brown in there. It just needs maybe a bit of texture to that. Maybe that's what I do. I'll give that a go now, actually, while I'm thinking about it. But yeah, so that was now moved to there. And then this white bit we're going to leave free for the Doctor Strange bit. And then we just got to figure out what we're going to do in front of those two vehicles. But if I add a couple of like the lily pads and then a bit of brown with some blood splatter, I think that should that should work. Move what to the back, dude? Which bit? What we moving? What we moving back? Move that to the back and make something new. This big plate here, that's it. We can't fit that back in. That's gone. So that's completely, everything that's on there either needs to be added into that separately, done differently, or is because I can't fit it in because of the Doctor Strange thing. I can't because but I can't put physically cannot put anything else anywhere unless I put that graveyard where the part of that spring lantern is, and bring the spring lantern over, because that 32 by 32 base plate is for the Strange. So once because obviously we put the bank, it's all new, isn't it? The bank wasn't there, the fan wasn't there, the spring lanterns had to move over by the police station. So there's bits and pieces that need to be sort of tweaked and chopped about. Obviously we can have more splatter and all those bits and pieces with regards to the shrubbery on this bit, which is what I do now. But I can try and move him over, because I think it's the same fatness. I think it's the same girth, so we could give it a go. We can see what it looks like side on. There's absolutely no harm in trying to do that and move that. Not. But yeah, it's just a case of what you think. Well, it was originally the Easter egg for the comic, wasn't it, at the front, because it's got the dead Spider-Man bit in there. And don't forget, it was meant to be all forestry, because all of this was in. So we had all that at the front of it, and it went further on, didn't it? But we can take it up. We can take it up, but it's just, where do we put it? Absolutely no problem moving it, but I just need to know where you want it, basically. Just need to know where you would like it. Start adding. Start adding in some bits and pieces like that. That could work. So yeah, we can do that side of things. So that will work. Let me play back in. But yeah, have a think of the graveyard, and we can do whatever we want with that next Thursday. That'll be good. That'd be a good idea. What beat? I'm lost. What beat are we doing? I'm confused and confused. We haven't got a beach. What beach? I can add a little bit of this now to make it look a little bit nicer. It just looks a little bit empty. I use all the flowers and stuff from that. I can boost it up with that. That should look quite, yeah, make it look like it's a nice fancy park that they're sat in. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh yeah, I suppose actually, Killian, you're right. It could move. It could that spring lantern bit could just stay, and that graveyard could move over. I'm assuming it might actually make more sense adding in the graveyard to the Doctor Doom thing. So we could just relocate it completely, which then means we will have 3 of those that we need to do something with. So that could work absolutely fine, and that kind of makes sense, to be fair, because the where the graveyard bit is, it has the checker which we had the path for, which is now no longer there, so we can take that up completely. I don't understand. I'm really lost. I have never in my life made a beach scene at all. Ginty's going on about something about a breach. You two going to the seaside or something? Me and Killian are like, huh? What are you two eating? There must be something a bit spicy for sure. But yeah, I think that might make sense actually, Killian. If we took them out, it would leave a 32 by 32 base plate, I think, which then we could basically create whatever we wanted there. So yeah, we could do that. We could do that. I'm adding some different sort of colorage and pathage for this little park thing that they're supposed to be sat at. That looks better already, to be honest. A couple of lily pads, a bit of brown. Much better. Much better. A bit of texture. You like that? I will show you what I'm doing in a second. I've got to make sure the camera doesn't fall on my head, to be honest. What? No, we've got the we've got a set to go in front of the graveyard set, dude. We've got a set. It's under there somewhere. It's still in the box, so we can do that for the haunted house. No problem. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, we'll still be doing that in front of the theme park. So yeah, that's not a problem. Right. Righty tighty. Oh, hang on. No, you can hold on to that. Thank you very much indeed. Right, so that's what I've just done. Very, 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 very quickly. Bit of lily pad, bit of path, bit of nothingness, really, bit of blood to their park bench, and then that's that side. So if I can do this sort of thing, if I can carry on with this sort of thing all over by where the Punisher is as well, I think that will work. I think that will work out to be okay. Oh, the bench. These two. I can't fit the graveyard up there. So yeah, I can add in some more trees and shrubbery and stuff with the old school plants and the new plants all up and across the top, and then I can have the sort of splatter about as well. I think that looks a little bit better rather than it just being studs, because obviously on the other side it's just a little bit naked, which is what we don't want. What, the actual splatter? Might be able to get sharp enough to get them side on. But I put one there to remind me, so that'll do the trick, like a Christmas tree. But we can work on all the bits and pieces across the bottom. Can add in some bits across there as well. I'll do that quick, and then that's it. So, right, any ideas for next week? Let us know. I'm just going to do what I've just said with the brown, and that's it. We're done. So, in case you're watching this back and you are watching this back, Mr. Lego King meant the bench, not the beach, which was nice and confusing, but we got there in the end, so that is absolutely fine. But yeah, we can definitely do something with that. Good idea, Killian, with regards to that and having the trees and good branches as well from Ginty. So yeah, we're on to something now. We're on to something now. So that'll do the trick. I can just have some random bits and pieces. These little red dots come in handy. Because I can plonk one of those, the red bits down, and then put the plant on top. So we'll definitely be starting here next week on this bit, I think, because just doing this little bit that I've just done now, just here, that looks so much better across the bottom. Just with those two bits there, and we can have that sort of trying to incorporate more of these going across into the display, and then I can get around so we can do the other bit. But I think that looks a lot better. Yeah, I think we need your sig fig, Ginty. I need to get it, and we can do something with the trees. Killian's exactly right. We need to do something with that. To be fair, Ginty, I could have you. There's a secret back door here. Hang on, I don't know what people know this, but down here, this door actually does open, so we can have you here in there, and you could be doing something. So that could work. I could do the trick. Right, guys, that's it. We're done. I think that's enough now. I think we've done all right. Nearly 2 hours, so it's not too bad. We've got loads of stuff that we can crack on with next week. So first thing first, next Thursday, we'll just get all of this here nailed. I'll tidy that up over the week, and then we can basically just see where we're at then, can't we? That'd be the easiest thing. So you on top of you on top of three of them worked to be okay. Done. So I'll let you say goodbye to each other, and then that's it. Simple as that. So I'll give you a minute or so to say bye-bye and bye-bye. And I'll say goodbye to all of you as well. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for all the likes. And obviously, if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that's always helpful and fantastic. If you've got any ideas, drop me a DM me on Insta, and then we can just go from there. So yeah, all good. But guys, thank you. So enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy whatever it is you're going to get up to.